This isn't going to be the same old cut up your credit card, budget better, live below your means show today. I need you to dial in for the next 25 minutes because it's going to be a different show. You need to become so valuable that they can't afford to pay you the same. You see, most folks out here are trying to save $100 a month when they should be asking, how can I earn $1,000 more? Why would they give you a raise if you're only doing the bare minimum to just get a paycheck? If you don't get on board with AI, if you do not get on board and figure out how can you make yourself more valuable, you are going to be without a job. All of this information that we have in our head is cash. It is cash. It is cash that we can use to pay off our debt. Some of you don't even need a miracle from Jesus Christ. You simply need a real plan and the courage to step out and to act on it. Yep. This isn't going to be the same old cut up your credit card, budget better, live below your means show today. Let's be real, you all have heard this several times from me, from your Dave Ramsey's, etc. And while those tips, hear me clearly, do matter, let's be honest, they're not what's keeping you buried in payments. So I need you to give me about 25 minutes today. I need you to dial in for the next 25 minutes because it's going to be a different show. And I'm going to give you some clarity and an action plan that you need to eliminate your debt literally for good. I don't even want to waste time because I want to get into it because this is going to be something different that I've actually talked about today. So do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button. As a matter of fact, let's get to it right now. Here's the very first thing that you need to do, right? Number one is that you need to become so valuable that they can't afford to pay you the same. Say that one more time. I need you to become so valuable that they can't afford to pay you the same. Here's something people do not talk about enough about when it comes to debt payoff. That you need to become so valuable in your current role that it's disrespectful for them to not to give you a raise. I'm gonna say that one more time. You need to become so valuable that your work, that what you bring to the table is so valuable that it is disrespectful to look at you and to say, yeah, you're not getting a raise. If you're not using AI to make you even better, if you're not doing research every single day to make you better, if you're not reading a book, if you're not reading articles, if you're not jumping online and growing and evolving to become better, you don't deserve a raise. You see, most folks out here are trying to save $100 a month when they should be asking, how can I earn $1,000 more? They should be asking themselves, what can I learn to evolve my mind, turn my mind into my business that will evolve my skills? When my skills get bigger and better, I become a major asset to my company to where now they gotta pay me more. Now I have to charge more. Because here's the truth. You may not need a new job. You need to maximize the ones you already have.
What's going on, fam? Hey, listen, if you're serious about getting out of debt, building real wealth, and creating a life of freedom, this is your home. I want to personally invite you to subscribe to the channel right now because every single week we're dropping videos that will help you take control of your money. It will help you shift your money mindset and break money generational cycles. You see, this channel isn't just content. It's honestly a movement. Over 1 million people have joined this community over the last 4 years. I'm still blown away by that, to be honest. And our mission is bold. It is to eliminate $1 billion in debt and build $500 million in assets by the year of 2050. We talk real money, real freedom, and real legacy here at the table. No fluff, no credit card hacks, just the truth that will set you and your family up for a better financial future. Do yourself a favor and join this family, join this movement by hitting that subscribe button. Turn on your notifications and join this journey, because this is where financial freedom begins. Let's get back to the show. Hit that subscribe button.
Let's be real, all right? Let me be real with you. Let me be real with you. As a CEO of a company, let me tell you some things that over the last 5 years that I've experienced from some of my team members that has impacted them from not getting maybe the raise that they desire. Here's number one. You show up late and you're the first person to leave. In today's day and time, we're doing Zoom meetings. You show up late to the Zoom meeting, but you're the very first one to hit end. You're not active, you're not involved, you're not communicating, you're not contributing, you're not valuable. So if you want to become valuable, show up early. You know, as a matter of fact, show up early with some notes in your hand. And even if you may not know something, bring something to the table. And don't always be the first person. All right, y'all, boom, before you can say goodbye, you off. I remember those days. I would show up if showing up was right at 8:30. I would show up right at 8:30, sometimes 8:31. When 5:30 hit, I'm already in the car, because at about 5:10, I'm already shutting down for the day. And I remember when I got my first job and I was up for not up for promotion, but a position that's higher than mine came available. I applied for it, interviewed for it. Well, my supervisor at the time was also interviewed because I was interviewed. So they wanted to know if I'm ready. Well, I didn't get the job. And one of the main reasons why I didn't get the job, my supervisor told me. He said, man, they asked me and I told them the truth. You do the bare minimum. You only do what we pay you to do. You show up right on time and you're the first person out of the door. You don't contribute something more. You don't contribute anything else to the team. I was a bill collector. You haven't helped them make any more money. Yes, Anthony, you're good. As a matter of fact, you're the best one on this team, but it's all about you. Which led me to the second thing that I want to tell y'all about. You want to start here? Start solving problems nobody else wants to resolve or nobody else can touch. And watch this. Start solving problems without you always having to ask someone else, should you do it? Ooh. Again, this is all about how do you make yourself more valuable? How do you make yourself an asset to where it is disrespectful for them to not give you a raise? Because why would they give you a raise if you only do what they tell you to do? Why would they give you a raise if you're only doing the bare minimum to just get a paycheck? You don't deserve a raise. I've been here for 3 years. I don't care. You're not an asset. You're a liability. Liability just gets a check. An asset is getting the check and also bringing solutions, suggestions, and taking the initiative. So I want to go back through this. If you want to become valuable, show up early and stay a little later. If you want to be valuable, start solving problems nobody else on your team wants to even touch or consider. If you want to be valuable, here's the third thing. Learn a new skill each month. That makes your boss, that makes your team, that makes your company. Watch this. That even makes your teammates look good. And let them get the credit for it. Ooh. Learn a new skill. Hey man, I was in AI and I was talking about this, and I know you got to do this, but I was doing some research and I found this. I think this might be something you should look into. Oh, thanks. Don't go back to the boss. Hey boss, I actually gave them an idea. Now you look like a chump. Now you look like, well, you want to be all that. No. A team player is a team player. But if you're not learning a new skill, if you're not going out and bringing something back to your team, bringing something back to your company that can help produce more income, that can help produce more clients or clientele, you're not an asset. You're not valuable to me. You're just doing your job. Watch this. Something I'm very big on. Track your wins. Track how much money you've made the company. And my position is how many views have come from your change? What's the engagement? What new product ideas have you brought to the company? Because I'm telling you right now, if your boss has to think of everything and tell you to do it, and you only do what he or she says to do, you're not valuable and you're not going to get the raise because you're not solving solutions and you're not bringing any more ideas to the company. I hate to say it like this, but a lot of you all are a liability to the company. You're only collecting a check. And in today's day and time, if you don't get on board with AI, if you do not get on board and figure out how can you make yourself more valuable, you are going to be without a job. Let's say if you do all this stuff, right? Here's what I want you to do. On your next yearly, schedule that meeting. And here's what I need you to say. Here's the value I brought to the table. I like to talk about a raise that reflects the value that I bring. Now listen, you got to come in with receipts, not complaints. No, contributions. And you're not begging, you're proving your worth. You want a $5,000 raise? That wipes out credit cards. You get a $10,000 raise? That could eliminate a car note. But before we can get to the 5,000, 10,000, what are you doing that produces value that warrants that $5,000 raise? And if you need help having that conversation, I break it down step by step in my How to Get a Raise ebook. All you do is go to anthonyoneal.com and go to the free resources. Actually, no, that's not free. That's like $10. Click on the store and get the How to Get a Raise ebook. It's like $10. I literally give you 40 pages to walk you through exactly what we as CEOs and operators really are looking for. I do not hire anybody on my company just to give them a check. If they don't bring value, they won't be here too long. I've only had to get rid of maybe like 2 people. No, I don't pay you X amount of dollars to give me X amount of dollars. No. Most employers are paying you to bring back at least 3 times what they pay you. It makes sense. It's an ROI. I'm not paying you to break even. I'm not making any money. In my case, I'm not paying you to get the same amount of views I had before you got here. No. I'm paying you to help me get more views, to make more impact, to touch more people's lives.
All right, family, let me keep it real with you right now. You see, most people avoid talking about life insurance because it's uncomfortable. It takes forever to get approved. And honestly, it feels like you're planning for the worst. Totally get it, right? But I used to think the exact same thing. Here's what changed in my mind. You see, 40% of Americans don't have life insurance at all. The ones who do, their policies are usually worth just 2 times their annual salary. That's nowhere near enough money to protect your family, to protect the people who you say you love. Now, you know me, I don't partner with just anybody. But when I found Ethos, I got my own $2 million policy because they made it simple, extremely simple. No medical exams, no blood tests, no waiting weeks. I literally got covered in 10 minutes from my phone. No lie. Over 2,000 families get approved through Ethos every single day. They've got an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau and 4.8 out of 5 stars on Trustpilot. These aren't just numbers. These are real families getting protected right now. Here's the truth. Life insurance rates go up about 8 to 10% every single year you wait. The same policy I got a few years ago would cost me way more if I applied today. Your family's financial security should never depend on your paycheck alone. That's not building wealth. Don't wait until it's too late. I want you to visit anthonyoneal.com/ethos to get a free quote today. You're going to apply in minutes. You're going to get covered today. You're going to protect your family's future. We're counting on you. Go to anthonyoneal.com/ethos.
My name is Jermaine. I'm calling from Orlando, Florida. My question is, I have a house income of $150,000. I have 2 car loans. I owe on one $8,278 at 26%. The payment is $355.97. And my other car loan, I have $9,290 and 14 cents at a 8.4% interest, and the note is $642.14. Again, I have a house income of $150. Want to know what's the best way to get rid of that, because for some reason this is just killing me, and I need to get rid of both of these cars. So thanks. I enjoy your show. Thanks.
26%? And then a $600 car note? Jermaine. That's the real problem. 26%. And I'm trying to catch my breath. I'm sneezing right now, and I'm a little frustrated that someone within my community will sign a 26% car note. Which this leads me to number 2, Jermaine. This leads me to number 2. We got to have a tactical debt reduction strategy, because right now we have to talk about the strategy on how we're going to do this. A lot of us may not have Jermaine's exact numbers, but the foundations will still apply. All right. First, here's the good news, Jermaine. You're almost done paying off these cars. All right. You're going to pay back a whole lot of money on a depreciating asset, on a liability. All right. So this simply means, when we look at the facts and the stats, that there still is light at the end of the tunnel. But here's how we're going to do it. We're going to use the debt snowball method, where we list all of our debt from smallest to largest. All right. This keeps our momentum strong. So in Jermaine's case, right, the focus is going to be on the $8,000 loan first. Not only is it the smallest, but because it has also the highest interest rate at 26%, which is highway robbery, paying this off will immediately give him a raise instantly. All right. And then from there, we're going to add on the $9,000 loan once we pay this one off. Listen to me. In this case, the 26% is on the lowest one first. But let's just say the 26% was on the $9,000 loan, not the $8,000 loan. Some people would say, well, I would pay off the $9,000 loan first with the 26% because that's a lot of interest being paid out. Well, this is not my saying. This is a Dave Ramsey saying. And I will always give that man credit, because he did teach me my foundation. We may disagree on certain small things, but everything that man teaches is right on point. I could never argue with someone who's worth almost $1 billion. I just can't, right? But he said this, which I totally agree with it. Well, the math doesn't make sense to pay off the smallest one compared to the highest interest rate. Well, if the math doesn't make sense, we would not have gotten into this situation in the first place, because it doesn't make sense to borrow money and pay 26%. That math doesn't make sense at all. So this is not a math problem. We need a mental solution. So why do I promote paying smallest debt to largest? Because my mind needs to see improvement. No, let me break it down to you in first grade language. And this makes no sense but it's mental. I need to see. I was on the treadmill earlier this morning. I've been running every single day. As y'all can see, man, my clothes is just they're getting bigger, but because my body is getting leaner. I was on the treadmill, and I just bought a new treadmill because I needed something better for my body, for my knees and stuff like that, right? And so on the treadmill, it was saying that I have this amount of calories, but I didn't see anything on my body. I didn't see no sweat. It's like, oh man, you're doing good. And I'm 10 minutes in, I see I done burnt about 50 something calories, and like, oh man, you're doing good, keep it up. And I wasn't really motivated. Then about 16 minutes in, I started sweating, and I was like, whoa, sweating. Wait a minute. I started going a little bit harder. Why? Because mentally, watch this, I saw sweat. I saw that what I am doing is actually working. I was only supposed to run for 20 minutes. Watch this. But when I got to 20 minutes, I was dripping. And I had extra energy because I saw momentum. I saw sweat coming down. So mentally, y'all can argue and say, oh, Anthony, sweat doesn't mean you was burning this. No. Mentally, it made me want to go another 10 minutes. I didn't care how my body was feeling. I didn't care how tired I was. But because mentally I saw my t-shirt dripping, I saw sweat coming down my beard, and I was like, oh man, you burning some calories. Keep going. So when you get that momentum, it makes you even go harder. This is why I like the debt snowball, because when you start seeing things, the debt coming down, it makes you even want to go harder and faster. Back to the cardio. Now I'm going to burn more fat quicker. Why? Because I'm seeing things and I'm going harder. And when you see things go down in your debt snowball, you're going down from 8,000 to 7,000 to 6,000. Like, whoa. If I put more on here, if I go back to my budget and I stop doing this and I put more over here, I can, whoa. Now we go from 5,000 to 2,000 because we got real excited. We're still making minimum payments on the other debts. In his case, it's the 9K car loan and the mortgage. We're still making minimum payments, but we're getting excited about this first one and we're adding that on to the next one. Now, when it comes to the debt snowball, my philosophy, Dave Ramsey's philosophy, etc., you're paying off your consumer debt. So your mortgage is not inside of the debt snowball. No. The debt snowball is only for consumer debt. And so what I want you to do, we're going to put a link on the screen. Go to anthonyneal.com, and I'll have Ed and Michelle put a graphic on there to where you all can see the link to where you can download my free ebook. It's about 40, 50 pages long on literally how to use the debt snowball to its full effect, and how to eliminate debt. Because I want to get over to number 3 and not spend so much time on that one, because I talk about that all the time. But here's number 3 that I think a lot of us really don't talk about enough, is monetize what you already know. Watch this. Without starting a business. Yeah, I said it. Monetize what you already know. Here's a myth that I really want to talk about. That to make extra money, you need to start a whole business. That's a lie. No. I run a business, and trust me, it's not as easy as social media makes it look. You're not going to be on a private jet, working on a freaking yacht, sitting on a beach, working, still making millions. No. You're not going to make $1 million in a month. No. You're not going to have 15, 10 employees. You don't want it. Because you don't want the employee taxes. No. You're not going to be driving a Rolls Royce and a Bentley. No. Right now, you don't need anything fancy. You need to solve a problem for someone who doesn't want to do it themselves. Can you write emails? Can you clean out garages? Can you organize messy iPhone photos? Can you organize closets? I met, I've had them on the show before. I met my good friends, Megan and India, When I first got into my house, you know, the closet was jacked up, and I said, all right, man, let me go ahead and just put a good closet in here. So I hired my guy to come in and build me a closet, and I put all my clothes in there. And I was like, man, I need to hire a closet organizer. I jumped on Thumbtack, was looking for someone, didn't really like what I saw. Then one of the young ladies I was following on Instagram, she posted this organization. These two young ladies, Morgan and India, and man, they were a beast. And I hired them. I said, yo, listen, can y'all come in and clean out my closet and organize it? Man, they came in there in 2 days to organize the closet. I paid them $500. To this day, my closet is still organized. I didn't want to go in there and put jackets over here and jackets in this color over here. I didn't want to fold up all my denim jeans and put them up. I didn't want to fold all my t-shirts up in a special kind of way. No. I needed someone who can come in there, lay down a foundation, and I do a good job at keeping it up. As a matter of fact, I actually need to bring them back because winter seasons have changed. And so we had all my summer clothes up. So I'm going into my other bedroom, into that place, getting clothes and bringing it back in here. So Morgan, India, I'm gonna be calling y'all because I need y'all to come over here and do my closet stuff. They watch my show faithfully. All right. So can you do it? Can you do some coding? Are you good at computer analytics? Watch this. Have you mastered AI? I'm gonna keep talking about AI. Can you solve a problem that people do not want to fix? Are you good at cutting grass? Oh, here go another one that a lot of people don't really good. See, I'm giving you ideas. Hopefully this is jogging your brain. Are you good at keeping grass green? Everyone who follows me or in my family, they know my grass is going to be green and it's going to be thick. I don't play around with it. I love being out there in the grass, and all my friends call me like, yo, hey, what are you doing? How you doing it? You know, man, I'm about to start charging them. You ain't about to get all this wisdom that it done took me years to learn, and you get it for free. No, you're gonna have to put some money up in my pocket. Why? Because all of this information that we have in our head is cash. It is cash. It is cash that we can use to pay off our debt. So here's how to keep it simple. Go on Facebook or Nextdoor and look for what people need. Drop a 1-sentence pitch. Hey, I do ABC. I can help this weekend. Let me know. Offer a flat rate. No fluff. Don't be like, well, it all depends on what you want to do and I can do it. No. For me to do X, Y, Z or ABC will cost you $100, $200, $300. And let me tell you why that's going to work. Because people move when they know exactly what they're going to get and exactly what they're going to pay for. Freelancers that I hire, contractors that I hire, hey man, how much is it gonna cost you to fix my kitchen? Well, labor is gonna cost you $5,000, but you gotta buy the material. And the material I can't quote because it's depending on the store, it's depending on how much material we need. But labor is gonna cost you this. I move quick. Well, I don't know, man. All depends on how long I'm gonna be in there or if I gotta do this and no. Nope, you ain't the one. That's why I use my boy Gary. Hey, this is the labor cost. He tells me it's gonna take me this amount of hours, and if I bring in help, I gotta pay this amount per hour. And I'll be honest, like, hey man, you said about 3 hours. You clocking up on 2.5. Y'all gonna be done in 3? Well, no, it's gonna take us about 4. Okay, all right, okay. Or try this. Turn your 9-to-5 skills into a freelance. Are you a bookkeeper? Well, help 3 small businesses maintain their books. Do you do admin? Well, offer inbox cleanups on Fiverr or on Upwork. Are you a school teacher? Cool, great. Offer tutoring on the side to 3, 4, 5 different students a week. Work in HR? Cool, great. Offer resume reviews or mock-up interviews. You already have what you need to make more money. You just haven't monetized it correctly. Because we want to sit back and complain about the economy, complain about AI, complain about Donald Trump and his cabinet. No. Stop making excuses. The greatest enemy to your financial success is your excuse. Stop making excuses and start doing something on the side that could generate income. Here's the next thing I want to talk about. Number 4. And we hardly talk about this one, right? We're going to have a heart-to-heart conversation about this. Number 4, attack the root of debt, not just the balance. Yeah, we about to have a heart-to-heart. You got to attack the root of your money problems, not just the balance of it. You see, debt isn't just numbers, y'all. It's patterns. It's patterns. You can pay off $10,000, but if you don't fix the habit and the mindset that caused it, that put you into $10,000 worth of debt, guess what? You'll be right back in the same hole next year. Ask me, how do I know? Let me tell you. When I first started my workout journey, I lost 10 pounds in a week. Boy, you couldn't tell me nothing. I lost 10 pounds, but I didn't fix the habit. So when I saw, oh my gosh, I lost 10 pounds, the habit said, well, you can go back and get that rib now. You lost 10 pounds. One rib ain't gonna bring you back up 10 pounds. One piece of cake ain't gonna bring you back up 10 pounds. One cup of sweet tea, half lemonade ain't gonna bring you back up 10 pounds. It's just one. I fell into the habit. And that next week, I was so discouraged because I didn't go back up 10 pounds. I went back 8 pounds. So I busted my rear end for a whole week. I ate right, worked out, ran. I even ran on a treadmill that was hard. And my body was sore and aching to only go back 8 pounds. It's because I didn't fix the habit. So I want you to ask yourself this question. Do I use money to cope with stress? Am I spending to impress people who don't even like me, who don't even know me, who I will probably never ever see in real life? Do I overspend because I never plan ahead, aka I never have a budget? Am I spending money on this date to impress her just so I can have sex? Shoo! It's heart to heart. Am I spending money just to buy this dress so he can try to holler at me? If we don't address the root of the problem, and not just pay off the balance, we will always create a balance to pay off because we never addressed the root. We have to break the emotional cycle. Because I don't know about you, I get tired of going up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. I do good and I go back down. I do good, I go back down. Aren't you tired of that? So here's how we do it. Here's how we do it. You gotta audit your triggers. You gotta know what leads you to spend. I saw this video clip of my boy Tim Ross that went viral, and so many comments they were interesting in it. He said, man, you know, I'm a man, I'm a flesh. I know what triggers me. So I'm not gonna go to the bar and sit down next to a beautiful woman, have a drink, sit down next to a beautiful woman when I'm a married man. I know my triggers. I'm not even going in the bar. I'm not even going in the bar. Some may say, oh man, you gotta be mature enough to handle. No, listen, some of you all are not mature. And all of us are not mature in some area of our life. In some area of our lives. So you got to know your triggers, and you got to know what leads you to spend. And if that leads you to spend, run away from it. Here's how we do it again too. Not just know your triggers, but set some healthy boundaries. Delete the Amazon app. Use prepaid cards. Do a grocery freaking list. Stop going to the grocery store hungry. Who cares about Amazon Day? I'm a car guy. I deleted Carvana. I deleted Auto Trader. Because when I'll get bored, I'll go in there and say, okay, what kind of cars are out there right now? Okay, wait. Oh man, if I trade in this, I only got to pay X amount of dollars. So I ain't got to pay all that. Oh shoot. You see, when I'm bored, when I have idle time, we got time to search. Huh? What's this? I can do that. No, you got to set healthy boundaries. I put a timer on my Instagram to where I only can do Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, 1 hour a day. Because I'm putting boundaries around my spirit and my eyes. Here's the other thing we should do. Replace the reward. If you shop to feel good, go on a walk. Build. Journal. Go play golf. Go work out. Go play tennis. Go watch a good movie. Go read a good book. Something that actually serves you and your future. You see, to kill your debt, you don't just attack the balance, you attack the behavior. One of the things I love about therapy is that healthy therapy doesn't just address the problem, it gets to the root of the solution. Not solution, the root of the problem. Because when we can get to the root of it, we have a solution that then will come out of us. And this is one of the main reasons why I take off and I don't shoot any shows in the month of July. Because I want to make sure that I'm maintaining my health and that I continue to get to the root of me. And there's so many things that, See, I try to stay away from this kind of stuff because it's like, man, I don't want to preach. I want to stay on money, but I just hear God saying that some of you all are experiencing family drama, friendship drama, personal drama, because you have not allowed God to get to the root of you. You have not watered yourself to allow your roots to get to what it. Some of you think you're doing the right thing with your money. You're doing the right things with your relationships. You're doing the right thing with your families. But your root is jacked up. It's not connected properly. When you plant a seed, if you don't water it, the roots cannot get the depth that it needs to get the fuel that it needs to grow stronger and taller. And the reason why some of y'all are so shallow with your spending, oh my gosh, you're so shallow with the things, is because you haven't done the proper watering within your life and within your money. So I know this journey feels heavy, but you didn't come this far to stay stuck and to not get the depth of what you need. So don't wait to be perfect. Don't wait for permission. Raise your value. Monetize what you know and break the habits. Break the system that's blocking you. You don't need a magic wand. Heck, let's be honest. Some of you don't even need a miracle from Jesus Christ. You simply need a real plan and the courage to step out and to act on it. I'm gonna end it right there. I'll see y'all in the next show. Peace out.